Hello, welcome to Scott's Church in Melbourne. My name is Lionel. I'm a member of the Royal Australian Engineers, late of the Royal Canadian Engineers. I live in Melbourne, Victoria, in Australia. I have four great-grandparents who are from Scotland. They came here in the 1850s. The McKinnons from Skye, the McIndoes from Lanark, the Edwards from Aberdeen, and the Roberts from Edinburgh. Originally because my father had been in the 8th Army Royal Engineers and during the Second War and later in the Royal Canadian Engineers and the 2nd Field Engineer Regiment in Toronto. I joined that unit. I eventually joined a Scottish regiment here in Australia because I had played bagpipes at the Royal Military College, and I'd been confronted by the pipe major of the unit saying, if you can play bagpipes, we need you. So I came along and played as a volunteer, and I was pressed into service and ended up joining and ultimately became the OC of the admin company of 5th, 6th Battalion. Well, the uniform I'm wearing today is a historic uniform of the Victorian Scottish Regiment. It's very similar to the uniform worn by pipes and drums, except that it has the collar dogs and shoulder titles of the Victorian Scottish Regiment. The 5th Battalion was one of the four battalions that landed at Gallipoli on the 25th of April in 1915, and also on the Western Front. My grandfather was in the 21st and 24th Battalion, which are also antecedent units of the Victorian Scottish Regiment and Royal Victoria Regiment. My grandfather was injured at the Somme. He had his eardrum burst, and he woke up in hospital looking into the eyes of a Canadian nurse who ended up becoming my grandmother. So that is the beginning of the Canadian-Australian connection. Commemoration activities of the centenary of the First World War have already begun by our unit. In February, we participated in the centenary of a camp that was held by then Colonel John Monash, which was inspected by Sir Ian Hamilton, who went on to lead the Gallipoli campaign. The First World War is remembered quite well in Australia. The end of the First World War was marked by the Armistice Day, and we continue that on the 11th of November, known as Remembrance Day in Australia, and also Anzac Day on the 25th of April. We have the commemoration of the landing at Anzac.